CEO of Dealer Synergy and the creator of Automotive Internet Sales, and I got a special guest. We are featuring the Dealer of the Month for February 2015, and that is going to be Crossroads Chevrolet in Joplin, Missouri. And I've got the dealer on the phone, Mr. Greg Wood. Say hello, Greg.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so Greg, this is really exciting. So you are a Chevrolet-Cadillac dealership, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you tell us a little about your background, how long you've been in the automotive industry, and how long have you been, a dealer?
I've been in the auto industry going on 20 years. I started out selling cars and went from selling cars to F9 to sales desk to GSM to GM to owning part of two Chevy Cadillac stores, and now I'm the dealer operator, have been for the last 10 years.
Well, congratulations, on your success. So here's what's going on is that Automotive Internet Sales has got about 4,500 dealer members, and there's tens of thousands of people hit the site a month. And what we want to be able to do is showcase success stories from all over the country. And I got to tell you, I'm impressed for a couple of reasons. One, you're a domestic dealership, and two, you're in Missouri. It's not like a major area like New York City or Los Angeles or Dallas or something like that, but you're doing some really big numbers. Can you tell us about your Chevy dealership in Joplin? How many units is the whole store doing currently right now?
212 to 225.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Whenever I say when I say 212, I mean that's what we did in January, and most we've done. We teeter-totter around 200, 210 is our average.
Okay, now you are obviously working with Dealer Synergy, and before we hooked up, how many units were you delivering out of your internet department?
Realistically, 60 to 65.
Okay, and now what has been the highest amount of units that you delivered out of your internet department?
January we did 107.
So you went from
January of 2015.
Okay. 2015, so this is real recent. You sold
yes.
107 out of the internet department. Now, would you say, because a lot of times I hear dealers, especially like you, a dealer principal or GM, when they're at the NADA 20 groups, the NCM 20 groups, they say that, that a lot of times when they have an internet initiative or BDC, it's just shuffling the deck. It's not net increase. Do you feel that this has been a net increase to your store with the new units you've been doing?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. And how much gross profit are you doing front and back, or total gross, would you say, from the internet department?
$2,600 a copy.
Oh my God, repeat that again?
$2,600 a copy. Actually, it's $2,665 if you want the exact number.
Yeah, $2,665 times 107. So that's basically $285,000 gross. So I want to put stuff in perspective here for the listeners that are pay attention really close. If you feel that you can't make gross on the internet, you're wrong. You've got a dealer, a domestic dealership in Missouri that generated, $285,000 gross off the internet. Now, I know that it might fluctuate, but if you did that, a year, you're looking at about a $3.4 million annual operation. So how important or how powerful has this internet department been for you in your overall operation?
Well, it's been great. Whenever you look at the internet BDC department, you have and the technology.
Okay, so Greg, you're doing phenomenal in the department. Tell us what your thoughts are. How important is the internet department for your overall operation and your success?
It's very important, and it's a system, a process. It's its department on its own that you believe in or you don't. And where the car business, in my opinion, is going, if you're not doing it, I think you're a dealer that's going to get lost in the times. And you got girls back there, guys, You got your coordinators, your point guards, coordinators. All they're doing is they're making outbound phone calls, handling leads, setting appointments, and coming in each day knowing you got 30 or 40 appointments, and knowing that 55, 60% of them are going to show, and then you're going to sell 50% of them. I mean, it's a great plan. I mean, coming in each day, hey, I'm going to sell 7, 8 cars just off appointments.
100%. So tell me, what are some of the things that are making you successful in that department? Let's talk about like your website provider or your CRM company. Let's start with, we'll talk about your vendors that you like. Which tools do you like that are helping you be successful in this department?
One, we have a very good website provider, also a very good chat provider, and our CRM, we switched CRMs in
Who's your website provider?
Remora.
Okay, so Remora is your website provider, and who is your CRM provider now?
Dealer Socket.
Okay, so you're using Remora as a website provider, using Dealer Socket as a CRM. Okay, what other tools do you feel are helping you as far as technology and vendors that you're using?
The chat company we use is Engage Chat. It's a very good company, very expensive. It is expensive. You're going to pay 3 times. You're going to pay 3 times any other one, but you're going to get a lot better results and more results.
No, I love it. Now, tell us about the process that you guys are using. So so everybody that's watching this understands that you have all the leads that are being shepherded. How many internet appointment setters or BDC reps do you have?
We have 6.
Okay, so you have 6 full-time BDC reps, and then from open to close and shifts, they're basically kind of shepherding all the leads into your CRM. The CRM round robins them to these 6 coordinators, and their whole protocol is, basically making phone calls, setting appointments, and then when the appointments come in, you're converting people. So it's almost like a customer factory or appointment factory. Would you agree?
Yes, that's what it is. The girls that we have back there, they have done a great job, and they probably don't get told enough. Good job. We do it daily, but they were very important to our success. And they sit back there and they grind. They make 120 calls a day, and on top of that, they're staying on top of their follow-up with incoming leads, incoming sales calls, and we got 4 to 5 point guards back there working with those girls, and they also will set appointments for guys on the showroom floor because of the overflow.
Now, question for you, because people might not believe this, okay? It's very important that we are on the same page here. So if you've got 6 people, 6 coordinators times 120 calls, that's basically 720 calls a day. I just want your confirmation. So you're telling us that your internet team makes or takes approximately 720 calls a day. Is that correct?
Absolutely. They have to average 120 calls a day. It's a must.
Now, in March, there's 31, obviously, days, but there's only 22 employee working days. So you take 720 times 22. So this is what really baffles people, but I want you to say it, not from my words. So basically, if you take 720 times 22 employee working days in the full month of March, by the end of this month, you're going to have approximately 15,840 make or take calls. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, times 0.11 at an 11% connection ratio, that's about 1,742 connections, times 0.25, that's going to be roughly about 435 appointments, times 0.55, that's going to be about 239 shows, times 0.45 sales. And look at that. Oh, my God, 107 deals exactly. So do you see that your department is a math problem? It's a perfect equation?
Yeah, it's like anything, it's a numbers game. I mean, obviously the more calls you make, you're going to get 11 to 13% connect ratio, and it just follows the equation. Work the process, don't deviate from it, and main thing is believing in it from the top all the way down to the bottom. I mean, if you got somebody that don't believe in it, they need to get out of your store.
So the bottom line is this: the more people you call, the more people you get on the phone, more connections, more appointments, more shows, more sales. So I got to tell you, I'm incredibly impressed that you all, out of your internet department in Missouri, are selling more than the average full-blown dealership does out of their entire store. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. And, you know,
So,
our girls back there, their averages are actually a little above national, so I need to brag on them. I mean, our appointment shows are 65.72. I mean, 65%. That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's really good. That's 10% higher than national average. Actually, it's almost 15% higher than national average because, you know, if you have a process, an okay process, you're looking at about 50%. If you've got a decent process, average is only 55%. So if you're doing 65%, your team is doing freaking amazing, and it shows if you're doing over 100 units a month out of your internet department. Now, what do you like about your people, the culture back there? Because I've been there, and I just think you have an amazing team. But what are you proud of the most with your team back there?
That it is a team. They understand it's a team, and there's not egos. They're coming to work, set appointments, and we're all working for the same goal, to sell a vehicle.
Well, listen, my friend, I wanted to say congratulations to you and your entire internet team at Crossroads Chevrolet-Cadillac in Joplin, Missouri. Is there anything you'd like to say in closing to dealer principals or GMs that are listening to this and thinking, man, the internet, schminternet, you know, it's not a big deal? What is your thoughts to those type of people?
Well, if the internet's not a big deal, they need to sell their store.
I love it. No, I appreciate it.
Internet, social media. I mean, you got to be talking to the people that are out there wanting to buy, and their buying habits have changed from what they were a year ago to 2 years ago. It's completely different.
No, I agree. So listen, thank you so much, Greg, for taking the time. I know you're busy selling cars and making moves, but thank you for sharing your success with everybody in automotive internet sales.
Hey, we appreciate your guys' help as well, and you know, I want to say a big thank you to our team back there because they're the ones that make it happen. They need all the glory.
Now, you have a great team, and I got to tell you, I train all over the country, and you do have an amazing team. So, but that also shows that they have a great leader in you. So, congratulations to you and your team.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys.